Hi guys, Melissa here and I'm finally back. I've been really unwell and my kids were sick as well. So we all went and stayed at my in-laws, my husband's parents' place for a couple of weeks, and I've just got back today because I really missed home and I just want to be around all my things. I couldn't really create much while I was there. I did some Bible journaling, but I really missed you guys so much, and I have been watching some of your videos. I didn't want to use up all the internet, so I couldn't really be on YouTube as much as I normally am, but now that I'm home I just want to create. So I have this photo of Riel in a swing, and it was at Arana Park, which is a wildlife park in Christchurch, and so I've scrapped a lot of these photos with clip kits, but I was really keen to scrap some more, and I just grabbed stuff that was nearby, and I have this I Am collection by Simple Stories, and I've hardly used any of it, so I thought I could use some of that. I've pulled some embellishments just from my hip kits. I kept all embellishments together that I didn't use, so any opportunity to use them. I was quite keen to use this negative piece of a My Mind's Eye sticker sheet. And these are the Bloom collection by Bria Memory Keepers. The Dear Lizzie card that was lying around. I don't know if I'll use the ampersand, probably not, that tag. And some, I think it's Dear Lizzie chipboard. So what I am going to do, because I'm aware that I've been so sick, I haven't done much work for Sizzix, so I'm wanting to use this set of dies. It's Thinlits, and it's by Tim Holtz, and I love it. Gorgeous. So I'm going to make a start with that. So I will now put you on to fast forward. So this is my Sizzix Big Shot Plus, and I got it as part of my design team package for Sizzix UK. And so what I've done is I've put the base down. I have put, I think it's the B plate, which is flexible, and then I've put the two cutting plates. And what you want to do is make a sandwich with the two plates, and they are plastic, and this is how I do it. I place the die down so that the cutting side of the die is on the paper, and I just run it through a few times. And I'm sorry that the shot isn't that great. I'll need to work on how I film that bit better, but basically you take it all apart, and then I just use a paper piercer. You could use a little pin or a needle, and you can get your die out. And so that's what I've done there, and that heart is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if the same thing could be achieved on a silhouette. The cut lines are pretty thin. You can certainly try it, but I would highly recommend the Sizzix dies because they are so quick and easy. So I've also cut that little, what looks like an ink splatter or a paint splatter, and I love the look of that. And as always, I've cut my photo down because there's a lot in the photo that didn't really need to be on this page, and so I've just matted it with a piece of white cardstock. And this is an A4 piece of paper, or as you would say, 8.5 by 11. So I'm just splattering with some Rose Heidi Swap Colour Shine, and that came from a clip kit, so it is a little small bottle, and I love it. And I didn't plan this layout at all. I just knew I wanted to use the photo, I wanted to use the dies. So now I'm going through the I Am 6x6 paper pad, and I'm just cutting some of the elements I think that I want to use. I actually don't end up using any of them, but this is my entire process since I didn't know what I was doing at this point. So I'm a sucker for florals, as you know, so I'm always going to cut them. And then I love this little journaling card, black and white stripe with a little pink heart on it. And then I saw this, it's from a 12 by 12 cut apart sheet. I bought a few pieces of that as well, and it just has postcard and a butterfly. And I thought it looked really good, so I wanted to pair it with the doily. And then I turned that piece that I was cutting apart over, and I love the pink two-tone stripe, so I thought my photo needed something behind it. So I'm just using my Tombow adhesive roller there, and just adding my doily. roughing up the edges with my scissors. Excuse me, I'm still not feeling well, so I'm having a frozen Coke while I'm doing this, and I'm at the ends of it. But I really wanted to get this video uploaded. Just going through the papers again, and then I found this one with really beautiful words all over it, and I'm only using it for a backing piece. I'm not really focusing on the words, but I just love the way it looked behind the postcard. And then I had this little piece left over as well, and I thought that looked good tucked behind. It's a bit more bold, and it provides a bit of separation between my quite pale layers. So I'm just bending up those edges for a bit of definition and dimension. And that, I think, is pretty much my paper layers done. So now I'm working out where to put the heart, and I think the logical place where it looks best is in the top left of my photo. And I'm just stapling it with my little stapler. I did try to staple the end, but I couldn't get the stapler in, so I'm just adding another staple to the top. And I'm loving how that's looking. And I'm loving that between the heart and the butterfly, it really does draw your eye into the look of delight on her face. And she has a smile that lights up her whole face. This is my youngest, Brielle. This is in July last year. We went to Christchurch, and we went to Arana Park, which is New Zealand's only open wildlife reserve. And of course, our kids love parks, so we had to have a play. So I was going to stick it all down, and then I remembered that I wanted to add that sticker sheet from My Mind's Eye. It's the negative. And it's the kind of piece that most people would probably throw away, but I think it's beautiful, and I love to use everything up. Now, this, when you take the backing off, it's incredibly, incredibly sticky. And so I knew that I only have one chance at getting it onto the page. So rather than risk it, I put another piece of double-sided tape as I'm doing there, and then I use that edge to position it behind my paper cluster, and then very carefully, because it's so sticky, stuck it on, and then I can stick the whole thing down. So I hope that made sense. That's the way I do it anyway. I wouldn't want any uneven edges. And then I'm so sorry, but my camera died. But all I did was add the wood veneer, add my journaling, and I added a strip of black and white paper on the bottom. So I hope you enjoyed my process, and I will be back again really soon. Have a lovely day.